Welcome to the last piece of work and the only video which I will commit myself to complete for the Technology 1010 class at Utah Valley University, as I very much dislike videos. Today I will be covering the advances in geographic information system technology and how it has been adapted for use in disaster warning and relief efforts. Geographic Information Systems, or GIS, is a technology that correlates data over certain geographical areas, which is used for political, commercial, medical, and emergency purposes by gathering information on the people and environments and categorizing that into a useful format and continuously updated through sensors, scanners, and individual input. While many people dislike how their online information is being used by companies and politicians for marketing campaigns, the ability to gather data on individuals and geographical areas is crucial for rescue efforts during an emergency. How does that work exactly? A reporter for Geospatial Solutions looked into the matter and found that in times of emergency, many people still resented the idea of their personal data being used by the government or other organizations out of a sense of security. However, as disasters have stacked up over the years, resistance has declined as the evidence grows to support the use of big data for emergency responders. During and in the wake of disasters such as hurricanes, forest fires, and earthquakes, rescue efforts often have difficulty locating groups of people, trapped individuals, assessing the scope of the damage, and knowing what help people need the most and where. To overcome this trial, crowdsourcing has become a major tool for real-time information gathering in a disaster. Some organizations have created means for residents to update their locations and request certain necessities, such as when Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico. Now, in America, the responders themselves have begun integrating such systems into their navigation equipment to allow them to input damage to buildings, roads, and landscapes so that other responders can receive updates on blocked pathways and where the damage is most severe. Unfortunately, in spite of these efforts and the successes they have seen, many emergency management leaders remain leery of this growing movement in using GIS technology as a standard during emergency response efforts. In a podcast on State Scoop Radio, they found that much of the holdup was behind the fact that people are still afraid to share the data held by the departments. One of the speakers, Richard Buttgeright, who served in GIS technology roles in the Florida government for over a decade, said that you still can't believe how much data and information gets locked away in spreadsheets. It's just in someone's email or it's being passed around in a situation report and not really able to be visualized out on the map. This lack of access to information for collaborative efforts stifles the potential it has for good across the world. The University of Southern California has taken its own initiative on the matter by emphasizing the importance of how GIS response tactics surpass those of older methods used by first responders. They support that this technology can be used for warning residents when there is high risk to their community for fires, floods, and other natural disasters, in addition to improving information and tracking during terrorist attacks and other risks to national security. They also offer courses of study for those who have a desire to join this movement on improving and developing these systems. The data needed includes information for responders to identify houses where the elderly, disabled, or other vulnerable persons reside, locating optimal positions for emergency response headquarters or stations, and identifying escape routes and other safe areas for various emergencies. The more the scope of the data has grown, and the more the GIS systems are integrated into communities and emergency response teams, the better chance that these areas will be able to avoid, endure, and respond to situations with enhanced efficiency, and this has the potential to save the lives of thousands.